The first time I came to Bonaire, it was on a cruise with a friend and we only had a few hours on the island from morning till noon. We had booked a tour, but the tour guide allowed us just a few minutes to spend at every stop. And when we got to Thousand Steps Beach, I remember seeing that water and thinking, wow, this is unreal. It was the most beautiful turquoise I had ever seen in my life. I just wanted to dive into the water, plus it was really hot that day. The whole group was stressed to make it back to the ship on time, so we were the only ones who actually went down the steps to the beach. Everyone else stayed at the top, and even as we were going down, the guide already was telling us to hurry up. So we didn't really get to experience it. I remember feeling so frustrated because I knew this place was something special. And every time I looked back at the photo that somebody took of me and my friend that day, I kept thinking the same thing, I need to go back to that beach. And last December, we went with the whole family, and this time we stayed a little longer. So today I'm taking you to that beach I couldn't stop thinking about, Thousand Steps Beach. I'll show you what it's like, what to expect, and also why it's called 1,000 Steps. Thousand Steps Beach is located on the southwest side of Bonaire, 9 kilometers from Kralendijk, the capital.
I've been waiting to see 1,000 steps for 1,000 years.
When driving around Bonaire, you'll notice the yellow stones along the road. These stones mark the official dive sites of Bonaire. So you know you've arrived when you see a yellow rock with 1,000 Steps Beach painted in black. The beach sits at the bottom of a tall cliff, and you can reach it by walking down a staircase that's built into the rocks. It's surrounded by tropical plants. At the top, you get a stunning view of the Caribbean Sea, and it's perfect for photos or videos. And guess what? You can spot sea turtles. Because the water is so clear, we were up above. All of a sudden, everybody got excited. People were screaming, "Turtle, turtle!" And my husband went rushing down the stairs, put his phone in the water and filmed it swimming right by. That was such a beautiful moment. But to really experience it, you have to go down the stairs. So first things first, let's talk about these steps. Because 1,000 Steps Beach doesn't actually have 1,000 steps, but it definitely feels like it on the way back up. The truth is, there are about 70 steps carved into the limestone. And while going down is easy, coming back up, especially in the heat, or when you're carrying your diving gear on your back, is a bit of a workout, hence the name.
Hey guys, we're at the 1,000 Step Beach today, and you could take a nice swim. There's lots of fish, beautiful coral. It's very clear.
It doesn't really have 1,000 steps. It actually, well, they can't. Noah counted it and it was 78, but I'm pretty sure I saw 67.
So, what's next?
I think the reason why they call it 1,000 steps is because it feels like 1,000 steps when you go up with your scuba diving gear and it's really heavy and you go up the stairs. And I saw some people today and they were dying. Okay, back to Kaila.
So also, if you love hermit crabs, there's a bunch. Make sure to bring some apples so you can eat them, and then when you throw them, they come and eat your apples.
But don't throw the apple, just throw the core.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay. If you want, you can go show them where the crabs are. They still there?
But they're kind of not really there anymore.
This beach is a well-known diving spot. It's also perfect for snorkeling, so if you have snorkeling gear, definitely bring it with you. it was, I think, the most fish I've ever seen. Like those big blue fish, there was like 30 of them all together, and they were swimming right next to me. They didn't care if we were there. They were just perfectly happy to be close to us. So it was really amazing. I think it's sincerely the best snorkeling adventure I've ever had. I think Kaila would agree that we've never seen that many fish before. There are no facilities here, so it's a good idea to bring everything you need with you. Chairs, water, snacks, a full picnic, or as you heard Kaila recommend, apples. This isn't a big sandy beach, it's very rocky, so having water shoes or Crocs can definitely help here, especially when you're getting in and out of the water. Also, if you need a break from the sun, you can find a bit of shade under some trees. When you arrive at the top of the cliff, you have parking, but the spots are limited. One thing that's important to know is that just past 1,000 steps, the Queen's Highway becomes a one-way road. One time we went, there were no parking spots available, so we decided we'd keep driving a bit further and we'd check out the other beaches and then come back later. But we didn't realize, and on our way back, we ended up driving in the wrong direction. Luckily, there was only one car that came towards us, but the guy was clearly not happy. Let's say we quickly realized our mistake, so to explain it better, you can go to 1,000 steps and back to town, but if you drive past it heading north, you can't turn around, and then you have to continue to Rincon and then go all the way back to Kralendijk. Hope you've enjoyed visiting 1,000 Steps Beach with us. If you're heading down to Bonaire, it's definitely a stop you won't want to miss. And if you found this helpful, we also have a full Bonaire video with 58 do's and don'ts to help you make the most of your vacation. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.